The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, it's always an exciting time of the year as fans and other players and coaches around the league all getting a first look at how they might be shaping up for the upcoming season. Damian Lillard is just a pleasure to watch. He's a true star in this league now, and he wears that number 0, actually for the O in his hometown of Oakland.
Or it could also stand for Ogden, Utah, where he played collegiately for Weber State. Or for that matter, Oregon, home state of the Blazers.
It could also be O for, I almost forgot, it's time to toss to Kevin Harlan.
Yeah.
Fans, are you ready for your Portland Trail Blazers? At center, a 7-footer from Stanford, number 42, Robin Lopez. At guard, 6'5" from Marquette, number 2, Wesley Matthews. From Le Mans, number 88, Nicolas Batum. At guard, 6'3" from Weber State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. And at forward, 6'11" from Texas, number 12, the L-Train, LaMarcus Aldridge. And head coach of the home team is Terry Stotts.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. It's Western Conference NBA action. The Portland Trail Blazers here at home. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Thunder 5 right now. Ibaka at the 4 with Perkins at the pivot. Jackson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3.
You know, everybody knows that the Thunder are a good offensive team, but the reason why is they have such balance offensively. They can put the ball in the basket a number of different ways from a number of different spots.
Now here's Matthews. Fade away. That's good.
Once the defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Westbrook with it. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
You know, the Thunder don't leave points on the table, as you mentioned. They can drive, knock down jumpers and threes, and they know how to get to the line as well. Very well-rounded offense.
Now, here's Lillard. And Batum kicks to Aldridge. Here's Lopez. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Westbrook against Lillard. Outside for Jackson. Westbrook wide open. He fires. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Clark, one area the Thunder feel they could probably expand in is a little post scoring.
Yeah, back to the basket play. But even if they did add that to their game, I don't know if it makes a significant difference because they're so good in transition. They can get to the free throw line with the way they attack. They've got late game, late clock shot makers in Westbrook and Durant. So I don't know if low post scoring would significantly enhance what they do offensively.
Lillard outside. He kicks to Matthews. Aldridge against Ibaka. 14 feet away, and that is good.
You can't give him that shot. And a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Westbrook dishes to Perkins. Westbrook passes to Durant. Clock at 6. Shoots from 14, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
How about this? They're shooting 80% so far. I know it's early, but offensively they look great.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter, and Matthews kicks to Aldridge. And the officials call a traveling violation. The Thunder leading by 3. Outside Westbrook. Perkins kicks to Durant. Batum with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Feeds it to Aldridge from 12 feet out. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
LaMarcus Aldridge with a career high in scoring last season. Top 10 in the league. Such a versatile offensive game. He can knock down the jump shot and also post up down low.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 7. Durant for 3. And the Thunder another 3.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Now it's send it over to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Scott Brooks.
He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here is Durant, following the score by Damian Lillard. Ibaka sets the pick for Durant. Westbrook wide open. He fires. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Well, with Russell Westbrook, Clark missing time last season with his knee problems, Kevin Durant had to step up his game, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
And Kevin, you know, he responded with a historic MVP season, a career high in scoring and assists, all while cutting his rate of turnovers and shooting with remarkable efficiency.
Catching up on the changes for Portland, Chris Kaman's checked in for Lopez. Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Terrell Wright's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Damian Lillard. Here's Blake, right from outside, and he gets it to go.
And Durant last season with the longest streak of consecutive 30-point games in over a decade. He got to 12 in a row and only stopped his streak because they were blowing out the Nets on the road in the fourth quarter, and they decided to rest him. Well, 5 for 6 here in the first quarter, so he's rolling.
Here's Blake. He's covered by Westbrook. Blake dishes to Batum. Unloads from 13. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist from Batum. Robinson's got his first 2 points of the night. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
That's what I do. Make sure you get a couple of shots here to close this quarter.
And you look at the incredible numbers for Durant last season. How about this? I mean, the first player since MJ, Michael Jordan, back in '92 to average over 30 points and 5 assists. Wow. While shooting over 50% from the floor. I mean, you talk about historic season. That's some tall cotton to be hanging out in there.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Westbrook drives in. He used that pick to get in close. Westbrook's got 14.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Here's Blake. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Right, the pass to Blake. Dishes to Batum. Takes a three. Can't hit. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Thunder out in front. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
And the other thing we're seeing is great ball movement. We're seeing a lot of good offensive execution, ball movement, player movement, setting up assists.
Portland trailing here. We've got Chris Kaman, Damian Lillard out there with Steve Blake. Then it's Thomas Robinson, and it's Wright in at the three, the small forward. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kaman trying to break free. Thunder with the rebound. Here's Morrow. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. To the inside. No good from Lamb.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question. You can look at a number of areas where the Blazers improved last season. Really an outstanding year all the way around, but one area they still had trouble with was their depth. That's an area they're looking to shore up going forward.
Steve, depth definitely something Portland didn't feel comfortable with last year. Last in the league in bench minutes played.
And by a wide margin. I mean, not surprisingly when they were, also last in bench scoring. Hard to tell which caused the other, but, certainly they didn't feel as comfortable as they could have, with heavy minutes from their reserves.
2 shots.
Chris Kaman, always known as an ambidextrous scorer in the low block, has also now developed a deadly stroke from mid-range. That's a rare combo for a 7-footer.
And for Kaman, so talented offensively, Steve, you wonder why he's only averaged about, 12 points a game in his career.
Well, he's a little turnover prone, doesn't get to the free throw line all that often. But you're right, he's so skilled. He can score with either hand around the hoop. He can also step out to 15, 17 feet and knock down a jump shot. You look at how the Blazers played last year, and there was just so much motion in their offense, not just in transition, but also in the half court. I think that's in large part why they got so much better.
Now here's Lamb from deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lamb's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Matthews. Lillard left side. And Wright kicks to Lillard. Back to Wright. Pass to Matthews. High post shot. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And that running around in constant motion, Clark, the big reason why the Blazers scored in bunches.
Yeah, it can wear teams out. I mean, ball movement, player movement are two of the hardest things to deal with as a defense. And the NBA tracks how much a player moves in the game. And if you look at the top of that list, I was really amazed with the Portland players last year.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, gentlemen, Serge Ibaka is now a two-way presence. Of course, an intimidating shot blocker, but also a great complementary piece offensively. Kevin Durant said he's a guy that excels playing off of others. He gives himself up, sets great screens. He shifts the defense with his hard rolls to the basket, and you have to respect his jumper. Kevin, back to you.
He stretched his range out beyond the arc course. Thanks. Lillard attacking. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer right. Second shot opportunity. And it's Kaman missing. Well, Thunder have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Jackson dishes to Lamb. Lillard against Jackson. Here's Lamb. The putback, and Ibaka slams it in.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him here.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, going back a few seasons, the Thunder with a great young foundation, but they were faced with some tough financial decisions. In the end, Serge Ibaka was extended. James Harden was traded. Now most would argue that Harden is the better player. But, of course, as far as fit is concerned, Ibaka, I think, was the right choice because of his defensive prowess.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Batum comes in for Darrell Wright. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Perkins is checked in. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Fades. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Aldridge. And Serge Ibaka, Clark, a player that every team in the NBA covets. Stretch 4 with three-point range, also block shots, and he can play some center too.
Kevin, that's a very unique skill set he has. I mean, actually, he might be the only player in the league who truly fits that description you just laid out.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He wants them running a disciplined, organized offense with an emphasis on setting screens and creating open shots on the floor for their shooters. Something else he mentioned is that he's giving them the green light on offense. He wants to see a high volume of shots. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Portland called for the foul.
Well, you look at Jeremy Lamb, physically 6'5", almost a 7-foot wingspan. Jumps well. He's got all the tools to be special at both ends of the floor.
That free throw missing.
And for Lamb, really the only physical knock is that he needs to continue to get stronger, get friendly in that weight room. He's still under 200 pounds, and his high center of gravity means he can tend to get pushed around a little bit, but that's nothing that strength won't eliminate. So the weight room has to be his friend.
And the second free throw, good. And Jeremy Lamb, Steve, sort of a late bloomer. He didn't become a starter until his senior year, in fact, in high school.
Yeah, he was lightly regarded, and even in his 2 seasons at UConn, he battled inconsistency at times, but solid start to his NBA career. Good size and length and shooting ability.
Now here's Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Rejected by Westbrook. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 16.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
Lillard attacking. Goes up to the stripe. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
As soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 16. Double team on Westbrook. And Portland has possession. Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And the basket by Lillard.
They're leaning on that mid-range shot right now. That's 6 of their last 10 points from that area.
Well, they might as well continue to pull up and let it fly.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Durant, the pass to Westbrook. The feed to Perkins. Takes the turnaround J, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Perkins got his first basket. Here's Lillard. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Thunder lead by 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Scott, what exactly are they doing to take away your transition game?
Well, they're doing a great job of getting back. That's what they do. We just have to make sure we get stops first and then it's run out.
Scott, thank you, guys. Job 1 against this team. Get them out of transition.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. The third quarter starting here now.
Well, Westbrook has been great. 16 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Here's Lillard. Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Jackson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Perkins in at the 5. Home in the paint. Good.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
The Thunder leading by 3.
You know, there were some question marks heading into last season about how long Aldridge would be with the team. I mean, a report was circulating that he wanted to leave, but he denied it, and good for Portland that it was just a rumor mill that worked.
Yeah, last season definitely, guys, had some drama with Aldridge and his future. But as the season rolled on and the Blazers played so well, winning a first-round series over Houston, making it to the second round, certainly one of the big surprises in the league, but all that other talk kind of went away.
Well, that's what winning does, Kevin. I mean, it just kind of cures everything. A lot of drama early in the season, speculation about whether Aldridge would resign or not. But, you know, with the success of the season and that good young core, I mean, it makes a lot of sense to keep everybody together.
Both free throws good from Batum.
A lot of high hopes for the Thunder heading into last season's playoffs, and it didn't go quite as they had planned.
Westbrook drives in, and there's another one for the Thunder.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And Matthews kicks to Aldridge. And the shot is good. And that's now 6 points for Batum.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Durant, and he uses the glass on the layup. Durant's got 7 points in the game. The Thunder would come back from the first round scare nicely as they got rid of the Clippers in the second round.
And it looked like they would be in for a good fight against the Spurs in the conference finals, but just kind of faded away as that series wore on. And I think that was more what San Antonio did than what the Thunder didn't do.
They played their best basketball with Spurs, obviously, late in the season.
They raised it each series. It seemed as though they got to another level.
Hit it at the right time. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. The Thunder, and especially Kevin Durant, seem to be on the clock for when are they going to win a title, but they still haven't closed the deal yet.
And Kevin, there's no guarantee that you'll win a title. Even if you are a really good team with star players, it just doesn't always automatically happen. I mean, that's not a given, even though they're chipping away at it and they've made some great progress over the last 4 or 5 years. Those things are hard to get.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City, and that one's good. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And to your point about the Thunder, I'm not sure if they're missing anything roster-wise. Up and down, there are very few holes for this team.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Matthews. And Batum kicks to Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. Puts it up from 12. Westbrook with the block.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
I do. I love it. Their rebounding has been outstanding. So important in a tight game.
Here's Adams looking for his first basket still in this one. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, going back to what you said about the Thunder, they have the stars and the depth, but maybe adding a few more veterans here and there could help them stay tougher in close games. I think that's the one area they're looking to improve in, more veteran leadership and toughness.
Well, with the way that Kevin Durant has improved over the last few seasons, you have to wonder if he has even yet peaked as a player. Scary to think, but there's still some room for growth. I think he can get stronger and develop a better low post game.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Kaman comes in for Robin Lopez, and it's Thomas Robinson in for LaMarcus Aldridge. He's perfect from the line this time. And with Durant, you really forget how young he is. He came into the league at such a young age. Clark and was a star so quickly. It seems like he's the old vet, but he might be a year or 2 away from his prime.
Yeah, I think he's still a couple of years away from his prime when all of the physical, emotional, and mental come together at that peak point of performance. His best seasons are still in front of him, and he's had some pretty good ones behind him to this point.
Now Durant, following the 3-point attempt by Wesley Matthews.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Pass to Robinson.
Good. Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 18. Durant sets a screen for Westbrook. In the corner, Collison with it. It's Durant on the wing. Covered by Lillard. That shot wide open. And that's 21 points for Russell Westbrook.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
And Lillard kicks to Kaman. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Collison's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Beyond the arc. Collison slams it back in. And now a 10-point Thunder lead.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
Now here's Matthews. He dishes it to Batum. Here's Kaman, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Outside Westbrook. Collison with a screen on Lillard. It's Durant on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. Jackson kicks to Durant. And stolen by Kaman. Knocked away. Goes up again. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Whitey's checked in for Portland. Blake comes in for Lillard. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Oklahoma City. Portland shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Wes Matthews, undrafted out of Marquette. What a career he has carved out with the Blazers.
Well, you think about it, he started as a rookie with the Jazz. And, then the rare restricted free agent that was allowed to change teams. Utah decided not to match Portland's offer. And what a deal that turned out to be for the Blazers. He's been a solid starter for them for 4 years now.
Now Blake. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Westbrook kicks to Collison. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Well, now they're just going to town on it.
Yeah, you'd think these defenders would have done a little more to put a stop to that stuff, Kevin, but so far, no go.
Well, a phenomenal aerial assault there, fellas.
Trailblazers trail by 9. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Blake dishes to Matthews. Passes it to Kaman. And it's blocked by Adams.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now. Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
6 seconds left to play in the third. Matthews into the lane, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Pretty good performance from the free throw line last season. He was about 84% from the line.
You know, he really did excel at the stripe. I mean, they couldn't have asked for too much more from him when it came to knocking down free throws.
Both free throws good for Matthews.
Boy, his free throw shooting, just another reason he's such a good all-around player.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. It's the Thunder up 9. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs and makes this a beautiful game.
Oklahoma City leading by 9. Aldridge and Lopez are down low. Steve Blake is out there with Matthews, and it's Wright in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now here's Westbrook. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Steve Blake. A Russell Westbrook returning last season from a torn meniscus suffered in the first round, Steve, of the 2013 playoffs.
Yeah, and the injury ended up requiring 3 different surgeries over an 8-month span, so a real scare for the Thunder. Fortunately, he came back and looked fantastic in the playoffs, and so there's less concern now over Westbrook's long-term health.
And he makes the first.
And Westbrook is a player not only known for his explosiveness, but also his durability. He hadn't missed a game due to injury ever, dating back to high school. But a freak accident, that collision with Patrick Beverley, really took it out of his hands in terms of his consecutive games played streak.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. Both free throws good from Westbrook.
And for Westbrook, the prognosis from his meniscus repair is supposed to be good. He certainly looked explosive. Here's hoping that knee remains healthy. You'd love to see a great player at his best.
Now here's Lopez. Kicks it to Batum. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Batum. Just 4 to shoot. And it's White missing.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
And here's Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Out to the wing. Morrow kicks to Westbrook. Westbrook double team. And here's Morrow outside. It's rebounded by Aldridge.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Blake with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Aldridge on target from 13 feet. Aldridge has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Portland.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Thunder also changing it up. Kevin Durant's checked in for Morrow. And it's Jackson in for Jeremy Lamb. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Now, here is Ibaka. The dish now to Westbrook. He feeds it to Jackson. Off target with his 3. Trailblazers trail by 9. Lillard with it. Westbrook picks him up. Lillard outside. Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. Shoots a fader. A nice shot by Aldridge.
How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
Now here's Westbrook. For 3, Durant. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Very little success for him behind the arc today. Just 1 3-pointer in the first half and still none in the second.
Here's Blake, defended by Durant. They get it back. Lopez, no luck. The Thunder leading by 7. Westbrook passes to Ibaka. He kicks it to Durant. Now here is Ibaka. This one for 3. Again, Durant missing.
He just couldn't shake loose. He had the defender draped all over him.
Westbrook against Lillard. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard to the left side wing. Aldridge against Ibaka. Aldridge misses, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul, and Portland making a change here. Matthews is checked in. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Westbrook double team. And so here is Oklahoma City. Matthews dishes to Lillard. Out to the right wing. The wide open look here for Aldridge. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Ibaka, no luck.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
Lillard with it. Westbrook picks him up. And Lillard kicks to Aldridge. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Aldridge has got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he's been a real positive factor for them today, although, as a team, they've had a lot of negatives mixed in there as well.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
He understandably doesn't like what's going on out there, and that's why he wants to talk things over during this timeout.
I think this is a good time to call a timeout. He just needs to hit pause for a second and then reset as well.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. To end the drought. Jump shot is good.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he's finding it very difficult to score here in the fourth.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter. .152 left in the fourth quarter. And Lillard kicks to Matthews. Looking for Aldridge. He gets it there. The turnaround. And again, it's Portland converted.
Well, you got to love this energy right now. They're getting hot right when they absolutely have to.
Time is of the essence here. They do not look like they're going to let down the intensity.
Durant, the pass to Perkins. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Good at the strike this time. His second misses also.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Now, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
From 15 feet away, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Trailblazers trail by 5. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Lillard. And again, it's Portland converted.
Well, when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to do it and claw their way back in.
And they fed off their defense just as much as their offense in putting this run together.
Now here's Westbrook. Tipped. Lillard with it. Outside Matthews. The pass to Aldridge. From 6 away. It's good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And just look at what Aldridge is doing.
Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
And Portland with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer, Lillard. Yes! A tremendous three to tie it up.
And what a time to tie this game up, guys. Wow.
Right where they need to be here. This is going to be a wild finish. I can just feel it.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Here's Westbrook. Left side Durant. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They trailed by 3. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Seconds left to play in the final quarter. And here's Matthews from the arc. Count it! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
They have finally fought all the way back to even the score. We're back to square one. Whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Extra time just about to get started here with the jump ball coming up. And Portland starts out with the ball. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem, and it's Lopez in at the center position. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka, no luck.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it. They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside Westbrook. And Durant gets double-teamed. Fires for 3. Matthews with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 5. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, really a nice pace to their offense.
Lillard has been playing really well. He has 12 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, he looked confident, didn't he? Stepping to the foul line and knocking down a couple.
Outside Westbrook. Durant with a wide open look. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And now 24 points for Kevin Durant. We're in overtime and 90 seconds gone here in what has been a great one so far. Lillard outside. Deflects the pass. Back to Batum. Lillard attacking. Trying to get open as Lopez. Lillard misses. They're trailing by 5. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Durant nails both of them.
What a performance from Durant here. He's got 26 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
He hasn't been afraid to draw a little contact if the opportunity's been there. And I'll tell you, some guys shy away from that, not him.
Jackson kicks to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around, and Durant gets double teamed. Jackson up top. Back to Durant. Feeds it to Perkins. Durant against Matthews. Lets it fly. Misses off the right angle. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. Lillard, the pass to Lopez. Back to Lillard. Outside, Batum. Money!
They are not letting up, guys. They just keep coming at them.
And I'd say that lead is too big to overcome at this point.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. We've got 13 seconds left in overtime. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long 3-pointer.
And they have to know they need to foul right after the shot goes in as well.
Near the 3-point line, it's Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second team foul. Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. In low to Ibaka. And so it's Portland winning this one. An impressive victory in overtime after an exciting end in regulation.
You know what? In a long game, fatigue can sometimes affect every aspect of play. They didn't look tired at all to me.
And now we send you down to Doris Burke courtside, who's with our Jordan player of the game. Doris?
Well, LaMarcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
We played defense, so I thought in the second half, I think a whole lot better. I thought, I played well up there too, so, I was going to work tonight.
LaMarcus, great job. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And, folks, that about concludes our broadcast tonight. For Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan player of the game, LaMarcus Aldridge.